Welcome back. The UAE's financial markets are closed today. Trading will resume on Sunday. So let's now take a look at various currencies, followed by the price of oil and commodities. Toyota Motor Corp said on Friday that it expects operating profit this business year to fall 35% to $3.7 billion after Japan's biggest earthquake on record severely disrupted car production and slashed sales. The massive disruption to production will likely mean Toyota will fall behind General Motors Company and possibly Volkswagen AG to rank third in global vehicle sales this year. The March 11th earthquake forced Toyota and other Japanese automakers to cut output at home and abroad as they struggle to secure vital parts. However, Toyota said it will not change its strategic plans. The world's biggest automaker said on May 11th that the earthquake has contributed to a 52% fall in profit during the January-March quarter, but the company delayed unveiling the annual forecasts as it weighed the impact of the disaster on consumption and its supply chain. Toyota's shares have fallen 7.5% since the disaster. Greek Prime Minister George Papandreou said in a national televised address on Friday that he was once again calling on political parties to bring their proposals to the table for the mid-term austerity plan. In doing so, the government and parties are to find common ground moving forward at a time when Greece is to receive more rescue funds. The mid-term austerity plan was approved by the Cabinet on Thursday, and in the next weeks it will be debated in Parliament before going to a vote by the end of the month. The plan calls for more taxes, sales of state firms and more social spending cuts, which will affect jobs. The government has already increased taxes, cut wages, bonuses and pensions since last year. The IMF and EU have demanded a wider political consensus in Greece before they give the debt-ridden Eurozone member more cash. European officials are still trying to work out a plan which hits private investors for some of the cost of the new funding plan, expected to be worth at around an additional 120 billion euros, including 30 billion from sales of Greek state assets.
I call again on the leadership of all political parties to cooperate. There are many and important convergences, and with national consensus we can negotiate those preferred solutions together with our partners, concentrating on our duty and not on the result of the next elections. We can form common working groups, even choose individuals of mutual agreement for critical positions. We can work on common proposals, policies, which will lead us to the desired result.
The Dow and S&P 500 closed out their sixth week of losses on Friday as further signs of a global economic slowdown set the stage for more losses ahead. The S&P suffered its worst week since August 2010 to break below the year's low of 1,250 next week. The Nasdaq wiped out its yearly gains on Friday and also posted its biggest weekly decline since August 2010, as the latest deterioration in sentiment came on fear of flagging Chinese growth and fresh worries about Greece's debt crisis. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 172 points to 11,951. The S&P 500 index slid 18 points to 1,270. The Nasdaq Composite Index dropped 41 points to 2,643 at the close. For the week, the Dow was down 1.6%, the S&P 500 was off 2.2%, and the Nasdaq was down 3.3%. And finally, mansions and luxury flats in the most sought-after locations of central London are now a hot spot for Asian buyers. Foreign investors from the Asia-Pacific are looking to take advantage of the weaker pound and is the latest trend in the UK's property market. Analysts say modest gains in the market, a reflection of Britain's lacklustre economy, could use the boost, and the industry is responding to consumers' needs. House prices dropped more than 1.5% in April, with year-on-year figures down by almost 5%, the sharpest decline since October 2008. Analysts say London's luxury properties will increase in demand by more than 30% in the next 2 years. At a time when global housing prices are forecast to decline, foreign buyers are bidding on long-term returns.
Obviously, since 2008, after the economic crunch, we see a lot more Asian buyers than we saw before. At the moment, I would say in 2010, our figure, 35% of our new homes in central London were sold to Asian buyers, which is a dramatic increase compared to what we've done before.
And after the break, we take a look at the day's sport, so stay with us.